Hey, guys. I was hanging out on Six World stream for a minute, and I seen a bunch of people that got banned on my stream in the chat. They're over there whining and crying and mad at me for being in the chat talking to Six. And some dude that got banned the other day over there shit talking. And I said, you still salty because you got kicked off my stream. Nigga, grow up. Like, these dudes are such losers. Like, they gravitate from one channel to the next looking for friends and trying to find people to hang with because these people don't have anything going on offline. And, you know, it don't make sense. It's like, dude, get a life, man. You got banned. Get over it. You know, it ain't the end of the damn world. But they was over there arguing about something. I don't know. I forgot. So I left. Now let's see if they still arguing. I did not know that this dude's channel was this big. He's got 59,000 subscribers. I did not know his channel was that size. His views are like mine. Hell, I get more views than him. I thought his channel was like the same size as mine. This is my third stream today, guys. We're here to talk about Dragon Ball Daima. Remember when I told you guys that people were pretending to like it? Well, I actually found a YouTube video of somebody admitting to pretending to like it. Which, I mean, at this point, it can't hurt you to be honest and tell the truth and admit that you were just pretending, because everybody who was watching it, everybody who was doing content on it, they were all just pretending, because Daima was absolutely terrible by most metrics. And I understand it's the way of the Dragon Ball community. You have to pretend to like stuff in order to get views. So I'm not shocked to find out that people were pretending to like Daima, because it's trash. I mean, the name of the video is Dragon Ball Daima was awful and I'm tired of pretending. Yeah. Anyway, let's start watching it and get into it, and we'll discuss other stuff.
Perhaps I treated you too harsh. I think it's time to finally face facts. Dragon Ball Daima wasn't very good. I feel like there's this mass hypnosis when it comes to Daima. It has record-breakingly low merchandise sales, and you almost never see people talk about it. But anytime you ask someone about Daima, some people will act like it was absolute peak, while the majority will generally respond, it was fine. Was it? Was it really?
No, it was absolutely terrible. And the whole time I tried to tell y'all it was terrible, the only thing I got for it is, you're a hater. No, I can see something that's objectively bad. Like, you don't have to fucking watch a whole season of something to know it's bad. There have been several anime I've quit after one episode. There's one anime I quit after 15 minutes because I don't need to continue watching it. I'll give you a great example. Radiant. Radiant is one of the worst things I've ever seen, ever. It did not take me a whole season to figure out that it was bad. It was bad. Like, strikingly bad. But these Dragon Ball dudes, because they'll sit and watch some dumb shit for a whole season, they think everybody should.
Daima had what was essentially the highest production budget the series had ever seen. But despite that, the majority of people can only say, it was fine? Like, what? And you know what? It wasn't fine. Daima was genuinely really bad. I can go on and on and on about all the major issues the show had. And well, I guess that's why I'm making this video, ain't it? Plot hole Wonderland. So the first thing I want to discuss is a significant number of plot holes the story creates. Starting with the initial wish. A lot of the show's major problems stem from their desire to shoehorn in the child wish. Nothing about Goma's plan makes any sense whatsoever. Oh, you don't want the Saiyans to come attack you? Better go kick the beehives and run away. Like, they don't care about you at all. How is showing up, turning them into children, then kidnapping their friend logical in any way? And turning them into kids also makes no sense. Goma essentially has eternal life due to the lifespan stealing technology, so even if he delays them attacking him, they'll eventually grow back into adults. Like, even if the child nerf worked, okay, he only bought himself like 10 years at most, which is like nothing to him. He could have at least wished for them to be children permanently. But even after that, the wish just shouldn't have worked in general. It's established multiple times in Dragon Ball Z that the Dragon Balls can't affect people stronger than their creator. From Shenron not being able to kill Vegeta, to it not being able to turn the androids back into humans, to Piranga not being able to teleport Goku back to Earth without his permission. The Dragon Balls had clear restrictions keeping them in check.
Well, that doesn't matter, because whenever they made this dumb Toriyama farewell story, they threw all that stuff out the window. See, this was part of the reason why Toriyama wanted to end Dragon Ball, because he kept forgetting all this stuff. He kept forgetting about the rules that surrounded the Dragon Balls. He kept forgetting about the Super Saiyan transformations. He forgot the color of Trunks' hair. He was forgetting stuff. And this is part of the reason why he wanted to end it, because he just couldn't deal with it anymore. So when he made this, everything that he did, he just forgot. He just said to hell with it. I don't remember none of it. So let's just make some bullshit and get it over with. And that's what Daima is. It's all it is. He just said, screw it, throw it up against the wall, see if it sticks. And in typical loser fanboy fashion, these idiots on YouTube swept it up and told everybody how amazing it was. When the truth is, y'all know damn well Daima was terrible. Y'all all know it.
But Daima just comes along and goes, no, actually, they can affect them now, because we want them to. At least GT had the decency to introduce new, more powerful Dragon Balls to somewhat get around this. Next, we need to discuss the results of the wish. It turns our guys into kids, and at first, they struggle to control their new bodies. However, they get over this issue in like 2 episodes. As far as I can tell, they have full control of their power again before Goku even fights Tamagami 1.
They did this because Toriyama wanted Goku to be a kid again. I tried to tell y'all about this a long time ago, but y'all didn't want to listen. Toriyama's dream was for Goku to stay a little kid and travel the world with Bulma looking for the Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z wasn't even Toriyama's idea. It was other people coming to Toriyama saying, we need to advance the story. He always wanted Goku to remain a little kid. He always wanted that. And Daima was his way of putting Goku back to where he wanted him to be, which was a little kid. He never wanted adult Goku. He never wanted Gohan and none of that stuff. He didn't want it. And on his way out the door, he decided, I'm going to give them what I want them to have. All you people who worship Toriyama, he did this to y'all on his way out the door. He knew he was dying. He knew the show was over. And he said, instead of giving the fans what they want, which is the Black Frieza story and all that stuff, I'm going to make them accept what I want to make. I actually respect him in that way because that's what I do too. But he's like, fuck y'all. I'm going to make what I want to make. And if y'all don't like it, fuck y'all. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Y'all didn't get this announcement for Super until after he died. They had to wait for him to die for y'all to get what y'all actually wanted because Toriyama was the one blocking it. And y'all didn't believe me on that when I told y'all before he died. I said, the reason y'all not getting brand new stuff is because Toriyama is blocking it. He owns it, he owns the rights, and he will not let him use it. What happened right after he dies? Boom. You start hearing rumors, squirming around, stuff starts happening. Next thing you know, bam, Super returns. Because he ain't there to block it anymore. The very guy y'all was sucking off and worshiping was the guy stopping y'all from getting what y'all wanted in the first place.
As they mentioned, Deborah was weaker than Tamagami 1, the same Deborah who was stronger than Super Saiyan 1 Goku. So when Goku needs Super Saiyan 2 to defeat the Tamagami, it really gives us the impression that the Daima Kid Wish essentially didn't nerf them at all. Well, it seems that way, but then...
Yes, I did say he was old, rich, and stubborn, and I was right. 100% right. That's what happens when you're an old man with a bunch of money. You're stubborn. You don't listen to other people. Toriyama did not listen to other people because he didn't have to. Everybody worshipped him. Toei, Shueisha, everybody kissed his ass. So he didn't have to do anything. But he also didn't have to make Dragon Ball. And that's why y'all wasn't getting anything for a long time.
We keep getting these little lines, like Goku saying they can't beat the Kraken as they are, implying they could defeat it if they had their adult bodies. Then they go on to struggle against really basic enemies, like some large rodents, or an army of basic fodder soldiers. Like, base Goku could blow up planets during the first arc of Z, but this kind of big dog can tank his full power attack? Clearly, they do still consider the Child Wish to be nerfing our cast significantly. But let me ask you, does that even make sense? Dragon Ball has never treated the jump from being a child to becoming an adult a massive boost in power. Kid Gohan never struggled to keep up with adults just because he was a child, and we know Vegeta was already stronger than his father as a child. Considering King Vegeta's power level was probably above 10,000, that means Kid Vegeta was already close to a Saiyan Saga adult level as a child. So this concept that being turned into a child would nerf them at all already doesn't make any sense. However, that's when we get the big moment near the end of the arc, where Vegeta's adult body is restored, and he's seemingly performing better than Kid Super Saiyan 4 Goku in his base form. Even if you disagree with base Vegeta being stronger, Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta definitely was. This implies a truly massive child nerf, to the tune of like 100 to 4,000 times weaker due to the Child Wish. But as we've discussed, none of that makes any sense, as they shouldn't be any weaker at all. Just a complete mess. Like, how did they mess up this badly?
I'll answer that. They messed up this badly because they didn't mess up. I know that's not an answer, but let me explain why I say they didn't mess up. Imagine your Toei. Imagine your TV Tokyo. Imagine your Shueisha. Imagine your Bandai. And you have a group of people that will literally buy anything that you put Dragon Ball on. Anything. You could get a pencil and put Dragon Ball on the pencil and they'll buy it. Now, if you had an audience like that, would you give a shit about whatever you put out? Like, let's just be honest, guys. If you were that company, would you give a damn about whatever you put out if you knew these people were going to eat it up every time? The reason the power scaling and everything is so screwed up in Daima is because they knew the fan base was going to eat it up no matter what. It's just like when Dragon Ball Super first hit. Super was a mess. The animation was so bad. The animation was some of the worst animation I ever seen. Nobody complained about it. They were just so happy to get new Dragon Ball. They didn't complain about it until years later, like way after it was over with. But when it first hit, they were so happy to get Dragon Ball, they did not care how bad it was. That's the same thing happened with Daima. When Super returns, it's going to be the same thing again. They are not going to care because it's Dragon Ball. So I don't blame these companies for taking advantage of these idiots. I don't blame them at all.
Well, sadly, I know exactly how. It was because the marketing team wanted to sell Super Saiyan 3 adult Vegeta toys, so they needed to let adult Vegeta fight for an episode, completely ignoring the consequences it would have on the story. Yeah, Daima prioritized selling toys over writing a coherent story.
Well, duh. You want to know what they're making most of their money off of right now? They're making their money off toys and video games. That's the reason why they're promoting them so hard. They're not promoting Dragon Ball Super because they're not making money off of Super. They're making money off of toys. That's why they're promoting the toys. That's just like with One Piece. Everybody asks, why are they promoting One Piece? Because One Piece is making money. The Dragon Ball manga and anime, neither one of those things are making money. So they're not promoting them. Because you keep getting videos. Where's the manga? Where's the manga? It doesn't make money. It's not making a matter of fact, it costs them money to produce the manga. So that they're not getting anything out of it. I don't blame them for promoting the toys. It's where you getting your paper. Make your money.
The truth is, they didn't put any thought into any of this at all. They just did what was most convenient in the moment with no greater plan. The writers probably never had any precise amount in mind for the child nerf, and sadly, they didn't care. They just did whatever was convenient at any given moment. There isn't even a semblance of consistency. Next we go back to the third demon realm, where due to the thick gas in the air, a cast can't manually fly and need a plane. Now, I could pick apart this concept, but
Well, the reason why Toriyama's writing started to go downhill is because he wanted to quit. It is widely known that Toriyama wanted to end Dragon Ball Z after the Cell Saga. But he was pushed by Toei and by Shonen Jump and other people to continue the series, even though he didn't want to. Everybody knows this. That's why the writing went downhill. And that's also why Toriyama started passing off the responsibility to other people. He would just write down some notes and give it to somebody, and then they would take care of the rest. That's the reason why Toritaro took over the art, because Toriyama did not want to do it anymore. He got sick of it. And it's crazy. because the guy that created Dragon Ball got sick and tired of it, but the fans still ain't sick and tired of it. You think at this point they'd be tired of it by now. It's so boring. It's the same crap over and over. You would think that the fans would be like, can we get a different damn story? But no, same old junk.
Won't even do that, because they never needed to fly at all, because Goku can teleport. Daima goes out of its way to confirm that Goku can still teleport in his child body. Once our gang is in the Demon Realm, there is zero given reason as to why Goku couldn't just teleport our gang around.
Because I hate to have to answer this too, but I will. The reason why they didn't have Goku use instant transmission to get around is because they thought by letting them fly around, it would bring back the adventure that was in the original Dragon Ball story. Because they know the complaint was Dragon Ball Super had no adventure. There was no nothing. And they said, all right, instead of letting Goku teleport from place to place, we'll have them fly around in these broken half-ass spaceships that keep falling apart. And that way we'll have some adventure. You know, we'll have him go to a restaurant and eat some alien food or demon food. We'll have him fight some demons in a, you know, they were trying to bring back the old feeling of Dragon Ball. This is why I hate nostalgia, because sometimes you gotta just let shit go. Okay, Dragon Ball was Dragon Ball. It's done and over with now. Okay, trying to bring back that feeling ain't gonna work because that fan base don't exist anymore. That OG Dragon Ball fan base, that's my generation. You're trying to get 40 and 50-year-old men to feel nostalgia. That's why it didn't work. Because these kids today, they didn't grow up watching that. These motherfuckers started with Kai and Super. That's where their journey began. Half these dudes that talk about Dragon Ball didn't even watch Z. They started with Kai and then they went from there to Super. So yeah, you're trying to get guys that never felt that feeling to feel that feeling. What's that song from REO Speedwagon? That I can't fight this feeling anymore. That bullshit. I forgot what I've been fighting for. Like they don't care. This generation don't give a shit about nostalgia. They want transformations, new hair colors, explosions, key blasts, period. They don't want nothing else. And if you try to give them anything other than that, you wasting your fucking time. Look, I agree with y'all generation on this. I agree with y'all. I mean, I don't normally agree with y'all, but I think they should just give y'all what y'all want. If you just want a bunch of transformations and explosions, that's what they should give you. I did a stream earlier about solo leveling. Solo leveling is literally filled with all the shit y'all like, but y'all don't like solo leveling. It's filled with all the bullshit that you guys love, but it gets hated on. Dragon Ball is old, ancient, antiquated bullshit anime, and y'all still in love with it. There have been no dramatic changes to Dragon Ball in decades, and I'm not even exaggerating. Actual fucking decades have went by and there's been no change in Dragon Ball.
Instead of flying in a plane for literally several days.
He said Dragon Ball should have died with the creator. Yeah, it should have. I think out of respect for Toriyama, they should have ended it. Because most series end when the creator of it dies. But Dragon Ball, I guess they're trying to claim that because Dragon Ball is this global phenomenon that it has to keep going. It's not. It used to be, but it's not a global phenomenon anymore. People are not all over the world celebrating Dragon Ball like they used to. I remember the days when everybody celebrated new Dragon Ball. Everybody. Every country. But now it's literally a small few pockets here and there. It's not like it used to be. Everything fades, guys. Everything dies eventually.
Goku needs a key signature to lock onto. Yeah.
He said, no lie, the story has been the same, just no different villains after Frieza. They all had basically the same boring goal. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like the Tamagami, or any of the people in the village next to the Tamagami. But Demon Realm people use magic, not ki. We literally see Goku sense the ki of people in the Demon Realm in order to avoid an ambush. Goku has to know the person to teleport to them. This is just not true. In Dragon Ball Z, we watch Goku teleport from the other side of the universe straight to New Namek. Goku has never personally met any of these Namekians before. There is no Goku has to know them personally.
He just has to be able to lock onto energy. That's it. He just has to be able to lock onto an energy signature strong enough for him to get to where he going. That's it. He don't have to know him. Whoever said that is a dumbass.
Restriction. There is no argument here. Goku should just be able to teleport all across the Demon Realm instantly. They give no reason he couldn't. Goku could have speed ran the Tamagami in like an hour, or he could have teleported to Goma straight away and took him out long before he got the third evil eye. But okay. Let's just pretend Goku can't teleport, even though he can. The whole gas in the air preventing them from flying thing was only in the third Demon Realm. So why are we trying to fix the broken down plane in the second realm?
I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm laughing, man. The reason I'm laughing is because this dude is admitting what I've been saying for a long time. And he even admits that he is one of the people who was pretending that this shit was actually good. I love the fact that it's one of them doing it for a change instead of me. All I'm doing is reacting to it. But this guy was one of the people pretending that it was good and he couldn't take the pressure anymore and made a video finally admitting that he... The video is literally titled, Daima was awful and I'm tired of pretending. I mean, the pressure, man, he couldn't take it no more. This is hilarious. I wish all of these dudes would have this kind of courage. And it's funny because this video got a ton of views. He got a lot of respect for just finally admitting what we all know. Everybody knows it. And it's like, why do these Dragon Ball dudes like Eobard refuse to admit this shit is bad? They would rather just not talk about it than to admit the truth about it. It's just funny to me. That's why I'm laughing. Because this dude just finally caved in and told the truth, man.
Just fly. You don't need a plane. Nothing about these planes makes any sense. The writers just
he sounds like he's pissed too. He sounds like he mad.
Want to have planes because Toriyama designed them and they wanted to use his designs, but they didn't make any attempt to justify their use. Another issue is them trying to have Piccolo say he forgot how to speak Namekian. I'm not sure everyone understands how stupid this is. People forget.
Man, he going in, boy. Oh, nothing is funnier than when these fanboys done had enough, man. I'm telling you, when they done had enough, boy, they really go at it. Like, this dude is a Dragon Ball fanboy. I done looked at his channel. This dude is a fanboy. He loves Dragon Ball, but boy, he is mad. This is some gold quality shit right here, man.
Languages all the time. Okay, but not only did Piccolo speak Namekian, so did Kami. Despite living out his entire lifespan on Earth, Kami could still speak fluent Namekian. Additionally, it makes no sense that he would even stop speaking it. You might not remember, but Piccolo actually lived on the lookout with Dende and Popo after the Cell Saga. Both of these people also speak Namekian. It would actually make more sense to assume the three of them would speak Namekian with each other instead of the common language. Oh, and did I forget to mention Nail, the planet Namek native, who Piccolo has all the memories of? It's simply impossible that Piccolo forgot Namekian. I can't even humor the concept. It's so bad, I'm considering it a plot hole. And the only reason this happened in the first place was to justify why Neva needs to go with our group. Once again, an example of the Daima writers doing whatever they want, completely disregarding if it makes any sense in the context of Dragon Ball. Part 2. Dragon Ball. Journey through the Retcon Realm. Alright, I genuinely think the people who made Daima might hate Dragon Ball, because for some reason, like once an episode it tries to retcon something from the manga. It's actually comical how much it retcons stuff for no reason. First one worth mentioning is the Demon Realm itself. We learn a fair bit of stuff about the demon realm in the original manga. It's presented like an awful hellish place, but then a lot of the Daima demon realm seems like a pretty nice chill place to live. Next is how Daima treats magic in general. It's to the point that demon realm residents all don't even know what ki is, and only use magic. Despite that, Dabura and Babidi could both seemingly sense ki during Dragon Ball Z, and despite them collecting energy, they never make any distinction from magic and ki.
That is very true. And of course, it's Daima, so it doesn't matter because it was a cash grab and it was Toriyama's final fuck you to the fan base. Like I said, I applaud the man. I think I've never seen a guy cause so much damage on his way out like Toriyama did. He didn't tell anybody who he was leaving Dragon Ball to. So you got 3 separate entities that hold 3 separate rights to Dragon Ball. So one company has the anime rights, another company has the manga rights, and then another company has the actual character rights. So he made sure to leave that all fucked up. He left y'all with honestly one of the shittiest versions of Dragon Ball ever made in Daima. He made a bunch of shit canon that has been non-canon forever. A bunch of shit that was supposed to be canon is non-canon. I mean, he literally turned Dragon Ball upside down before he died. It's like he just said, I'm going to give them the biggest fuck you I can think of. I'm going to leave the whole thing in disarray. And boy, he ain't fucked. Man, he absolutely fucked y'all over. He left that shit toe up. That why y'all ain't got, you know why you ain't got a manga right now? Because Shueisha holds the manga rights. And they basically doing this. We want manga. Like, Toriyama absolutely screwed y'all on his way out, man. He said, I got you from beyond the grave. You ain't never gonna be able to get me back. He said, I got you something very special. Something near dear to my heart. These nuts, nigga. Toriyama absolutely fucked y'all, man.
Plus, the concept that no one in the demon realm has ever discovered ki is really weird, especially with the context that all of them lived for thousands of years. Additionally, there was no indication that any of Supreme Kai's powers were magic-based. In fact, Old Kai said he could only do magic due to fusing with a witch, but Daima retroactively makes it so all of Supreme Kai's ki techniques are now magic. Daima also retcons Namekians, as originally from the Demon Realm. Speaking of Demon Realm residents, Daima calls all of them Majin, but Majin was originally only used for Majin Buu.
Exactly, because it's nostalgia bait, man. The name Majin carries a lot of weight, so they decided we would use it. This whole idea of Daima was a mistake. Just the whole idea of it should have never, ever happened. But like I said, I honestly believe at this point, I honestly truly believe that Toriyama was going out of his way to screw everything up. Like, you can't do this much damage by accident. Some of this has got to be on purpose, man. Because it's just things that he did that it just looked like he was trying to hurt the Dragon Ball community. I mean, it really does. It just looked like he was going out of his way to make sure y'all were screwed. Hit the like button for me, people. I'm not going to say that too much. I know y'all already been hitting it, but I know some of y'all need a reminder. That Daima was a failed late 80s Dragon Ball run on drugs. It's the last stream of July, by the way, guys. So feel free to drop me some super chats and this, that, and the other. I'm not asking you to or trying to make you, but I'm just saying.
As the term itself is a combination of Ma and Jin, being a pun on Genie, which should be pretty obvious looking at Buu's design. But Daima just calls every Demon Realm resident a Majin.
Said I think Toriyama was surprised by how fans would like whatever he produced. Yeah. Well, you know why that's that way? You got stupid motherfuckers like Eobard 101 who co-sign everything he makes. When you got a whole generation of dumbasses on the internet and you got dumbass motherfuckers like Eobard constantly saying how good it is, well, it indoctrinates everybody into thinking that no matter what he makes is good. Let's go ahead and set the record straight. And I'm finna piss off Toriyama fans. He was a shit writer. His early stories, you know why they didn't take off? Why they wasn't as popular as Dragon Ball? Because the writing in those was shittier than Dragon Ball. Okay? He was a shit writer. The art wasn't even that good. A lot of the art, he didn't even do it. Other people did it for him. The most famous characters from Dragon Ball, he didn't even fucking create them. Like Broly, he didn't make Broly. Super Saiyan 4, he didn't make that. He didn't even fucking make the concept for Super Saiyan 3. Somebody else came up with the concept. He just took it because he's Akira Toriyama. Same thing with Bardock. He fucked Bardock up. Like, all the characters that he had nothing to do with, once he got them, he fucked them up. Look at what he did to Super Saiyan 4. Turned it into an ugly pink monkey. Look what he did to Broly. Turned him into a pussy with daddy issues. Broly was a demon. He was a demon. He was an evil Saiyan that didn't care about life. He killed planets for nothing. And they turned him into a little boy who dad picked on him. Toriyama was a shit writer. And honestly, Dragon Ball's probably better off without his ass. Because he couldn't even remember half the shit he wrote. Y'all should be happy he did. I'm just gonna keep it real. Maybe you'll get a real consistent story now. Because he really was a shit writer. I'm sick of all this, let's glorify and praise and worship Toriyama. Fuck him. His writing was terrible. And y'all know it was. You can be mad at me, I don't care.
That clearly wasn't the case in Dragon Ball Z. Dabura wasn't called Majin Dabura, nor was Babidi called Majin Babidi. It was supposed to be a title exclusive to Majin Buu. Speaking of Buu, Daima retconned Buu's origin story for the third time. Originally, Bibidi made him. Then Toriyama said Buu was just a primordial being that Bibidi awakened.
Man, I had somebody ask me what a Fanoik was today. Somebody in my comment section. He said, man, can you tell me what a Fanoik is? I've been trying to look it up. I went ahead. He was spelling the word wrong. So once I gave him the actual spelling of the word, he went and looked it up, and then he found the meaning. He said, I'm curious how you would write the end of Dragon Ball. I would open up the back of the book to the last page, and I would write in big ass letters, the end.
To finally Daima, that tells us that Marba secretly made Buu for Bibidi.
Dude, listen, I've been watching Dragon Ball since the 80s. I am personally tired of it. I don't know about you young people. Okay? But me, I am personally fucking tired of Dragon Ball. Oh, hey, Rory, you can't write that. That's why he deleted your comment. You can't write that. Yeah, they'll demonetize my stream for that if you write that. Yeah, you're not banned. Your comment got deleted, though, but you're not banned. But yeah, you can't do that. You can't write that word. Yeah, you good. You good. But yeah, listen, I'm older than most of y'all, probably all of y'all. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. If Dragon Ball actually changed, like if there was actual changes to it, then I wouldn't feel this way. But I've been watching these dumbass transformations and power-ups and all this shit for a long fucking time, and I'm just over it. I truly am over it. I wish it would just fucking end already. I'm sick of the fact that they keep milking it and milking it and milking it. It's time, man. It is time.
All right, let's double back. In Daima's first episode, they try to fill a mistake Super made. You see, Dragon Ball Super forgot to age up Goten and Trunks for a really long time, so they just introduced this nonsensical retcon where it's explained that Saiyans have one big growth spurt, where they go from a tiny child to an adult really fast. The problem here is we saw both Goku and Gohan, and even future Trunks grow up normally without this weird retcon. So
Exactly. Look, they have never gotten Goten and Trunks right. Like, that's one of the biggest problems I've seen with Dragon Ball. They've never gotten these characters correct. If they would have just left the damn story alone. See, this is what they should have done right here. Instead of putting Dragon Ball Super and Daima in this 10-year time gap, like they did, because all this stuff takes place after they beat Majin Buu. Okay, now I want y'all to think, at the end of the fight with Majin Buu, all this stuff takes place. Daima, Super, all that bullshit. Heroes, all of it. All takes place in that 10-year time gap. Then at the end of that 10 years, Goku fights Oob at the tournament. And that's the end of Z. All that shit in that time gap, all of that shit should have came after fucking Z. If you would have started Dragon Ball Super after Z, you would not have the problem that you have right now. If you would have, like, at the end of the damn tournament, when Goku and Oob fly off into the sunset, the next chapter of Dragon Ball should have started right there. The very next episode of Dragon Ball, it should have started up with Goku training Oob. That right there should have been the first episode. And then go from there. But instead, they trying to use this time gap bullshit. It's done fucked the whole story up. It doesn't make sense. It's convoluted and crazy. And there's no way to fix it. You have to completely change the end of Z in order to fix this story. It's dumb. It was a stupid fucking thing that they did. And nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this. Not even the fans asked for this. They made a huge mistake and they don't know how to fix it. Why do you think y'all getting Beerus all over again? Me and Zero talk about this a lot. I don't know why y'all don't listen. Why do you think y'all going back to start? Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Why do you think you going back? Because they can't fix this story. So they're gonna keep fucking sending y'all back. I hope they do it to y'all for 10 fucking years. Hope they keep giving y'all Beerus all over again. I want Beerus Part 2, Beerus Part 3. I hope they keep giving y'all Beerus.
But trying to act like Saiyans grow differently only now with...
And look, this whole, we're gonna make Beerus more terrifying. We're gonna make Beerus scarier. Who gives a fuck? We know that they all survive. Oh, I just want y'all to just stop and think about this. We know that they all survive because everybody is standing there at the end of Dragon Ball Z. All of them are there. There are no dead people. Everybody's there at the end of Z. So we know that everyone survives everything in Super. Because if they didn't, then there would be people missing at the end of Z. That's why Super is stupid. It's dumb because we already know that they all survive. It's so damn dumb, man.
Goten and Trunks is just a baffling plot hole. It's also really weird, because by the end of Daima, it seems like Super and Daima are separate continuities, so them taking the time to fill this super plot hole within Daima was extra weird. However, it does support my theory that the Daima writers weren't sure if Daima was going to be canon to Super or not themselves. Next one also isn't really a Daima retcon, but it should be mentioned that Dragon Ball Super retcons Batara earrings to only last an hour, while Daima sort of unretcons them, having Kibito Kai defused due to the air inside of Buu, just like Vegito. Somewhat similarly is how Dragon Ball Super had Supreme Kai know the Kai Kai teleportation technique, despite him not knowing it during the plot of Dragon Ball Z. However, Daima unretconned that as well, as he clearly can't use it during Daima. Both this and the last one being good examples of why Daima doesn't fit into the Super timeline. And finally, this is a bit of a nitpick, but I feel like some people think Daima fixed Supreme Kai's color scheme, like it was originally wrong and Daima fixed it. Well, I'm here to tell you, Supreme Kai's original anime colors were actually accurate to how he appeared within the manga. The Daima color scheme was from Toriyama just using completely different colors on the Kanzenban cover.
Yeah, that's because Toriyama old ass fucking forgot. And I know it's a lot of you Dragon losers that watch me that are in love with Toriyama's dick. So anytime I say something bad about Toriyama sensei, y'all get upset. But his old ass fucking forgot. He used the wrong colors. That's what it was. Because he was old and forgetful. And he didn't give a fuck because he was Akira Toriyama. Okay? That's like Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't give a fuck because he Donald Trump.
that he made a few years after the manga was finished. So technically, Daima's color scheme is less manga accurate, not more. Now we have the Child Wish, which I've already discussed, but earlier I neglected to mention that they somewhat attempt to justify the blatant plot.
Oh, I guess he thought I was going to say something to him or whatever. Nah, I'm not acknowledging y'all anymore. I'm going to just let my mods do their job. So have a good day.
By introducing this black and white magic system that will never be brought up again after this. They explained that Shenron can only do white magic, so while they couldn't do something like kill our cast, they could do something neutral like transform them into children. Despite this attempt to justify their plot, it still doesn't work, because Shenron couldn't convert the androids back into humans, which I'm pretty sure would have also fallen under white magic, so no, the Daima Wish still shouldn't even work. Another weird—
That's very true, by the way. I noticed there's a lot of fucking around with the dragons. Every time they do these dumbass stories, they always have to retcon these dragons. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they keep retconning the dragons. Because the dragons are too damn powerful. Okay? They're too powerful. That's why they have to keep adding special rules and shit on them, because they realize these dragons are too damn strong. And it's gonna always be a problem. That's why they need to honestly stop making wishes altogether. The only thing that's worse than making wishes is fucking time travel. Like, time travel and wishes, two of the worst plots ever, or plot devices ever. I can't fucking stand neither one of them. Just get rid of the wishes.
The thing about the wish is it makes Dende into a baby, implying Dende is a child, which—
Dende wasn't a child. He was a young adult.
Which makes absolutely no sense, as Dende was already an adult in the Buu Saga. Daima also gives Shenron more of a personality by giving him the autonomy to choose if he wants to give someone more than one wish or not. I don't necessarily hate this, but it's a retcon regardless.
Yeah, because Shenron literally can only grant the amount of wishes that the creator of the dragon installs in it. And that's also based on the power level of the person that created the Dragon Balls in the first place. That's why one dragon can grant 3 wishes and the other dragon can grant 2 wishes, and there's one dragon that can only grant 1 wish. So it just depends on the person that created it and what they put in the dragon. But now apparently Shenron can just pick and choose. This is so fucking dumb. I'm so glad that I didn't waste my eyeballs looking at this. I'd much rather listen to this fanboy destroy it than to watch it. This is perfect for me. This is the best way to look at this. Is listen to somebody else destroy it, and then I realize I was right by not watching this. I feel vindicated right now because I told y'all that this was going to be a horror show. I told y'all that Toriyama was going to make the worst thing y'all ever dreamed of. I was right.
We then introduced the idea that Demon Realm residents all have pointy ears. This was a really weird call, as the most iconic Majin in the series, Majin Buu, doesn't have pointy ears, nor did his master Babidi. Next, back with Marba, instead of just being Saiyan bioweapons, now Marba was the one who created the Cybermen and left her entire realm just to sell them to the Saiyans for some reason. The Namekian planet in the Demon Realm is identical to planet Namek. This is supposed to imply they made efforts to make their new planet resemble their old one, but the writers completely overlooked that the appearance of planet Namek was only due to natural disasters that ravaged their population. Back before Kami left Namek, the planet was covered in forests and other plant life. So this Demon Realm Namek doesn't resemble what planet Namek originally looked like at all. For some reason, it resembles post-apocalypse.
We almost at 50 likes, people. Hit that like button. I only need 3 more. Keep hitting that button. Appreciate it.
Namek. Rhymus technically isn't a retcon, because he only contradicts Super, and Daima probably isn't connected to Super. This one is sort of nitpicky. It doesn't actually bother me that much, but they retcon how Super Saiyan 3 looks. It doesn't really make any sense for Vegeta's Super Saiyan 3 to have such drastically short hair, considering Gotenks had essentially the same hair as Vegeta, but his Super Saiyan 3 had the original long hair.
Do we have to go over this again? There were several things that Toriyama got tired of doing. Do you guys know that the reason why he had the Saiyans wrap their tails around their waist is because he got tired of drawing their tails. So instead of drawing their tails normal, they wrapped their tails around their waist like a belt. That was easier for him to draw. So that's why Nappa, Vegeta, Raditz, they always had their tails wrapped around their waist, because Toriyama got tired of drawing it. You want to know why he got tired of doing Super Saiyan 3? Because that shit took him forever. He did not like drawing Super Saiyan 3. That's why the form is sporadic and barely used, because he got tired of drawing the hair. And when it came time for Vegeta to finally get it, he just did away with it altogether. Because I'm gonna be honest, it's actually pretty fucking stupid that a transformation to make your hair grow that long. I thought that even back when it was introduced in Dragon Ball Z. I thought that same thing then. I was like, what about a transformation make your hair get longer? This is really fucking dumb. It made no sense. So I understand 1000% why Toriyama got tired of doing it. Because the shit gets old. Imagine having to fucking draw and animate that shit all the time. You would get tired of it too. So I ain't even mad at him.
Daima includes 2 separate giant races. It's mentioned that they could have easily taken over the entire Demon Realm if they wanted to. This contradicts Dragon Ball Z, where Supreme Kai said Dabura was the strongest person from the Demon Realm. And in Daima, it appears Supreme Kai already knew about the Megath race. Daima has Demon Realm Purunga flick away Goma, but we have seen someone kill an Eternal Dragon before, and despite the fact that the creator of that dragon was much stronger than the guy trying to kill Shenron, he was still able to do it. Now, in Daima, Goma is probably stronger than Demon Realm Purunga's creator, but the dragon just low-diffs him? It really doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. It's Dragon Ball Daima. It makes perfect sense. It's trash. Look, I'm gonna be honest. One thing that I didn't quite understand about Daima, it wasn't Daima itself. It was, why were so many grown-ass men excited about Goku being a kid again? A lot of y'all don't remember. I asked that question when Daima was announced. I said, why are so many people happy to see Goku as a little kid? Never got a clear answer on that one. I'll let you guys, juggle with that one.
Alright, quick subscription check. Apparently a lot of people watch videos thinking they're subscribed, but they never actually clicked the button, so please double check for me. Part 3.
Look, I'm taking GT over Daima. I'm taking GT over Super. I'm just gonna keep it real. Yeah, GT had its issues, but it had a better story than both of those.
Toriyama's final work. Well, we should talk about the elephant in the room. It's hard to detach discussion about Daima from the untimely death of Dragon Ball's.
So how do fans catch every retcon while editors seem to miss them? Seems like ensuring story consistency should be a part of the editor's job. Well, imagine if Toriyama said, don't worry about it. What would you do? Let's say you work there directly with Toriyama on this. Like, let's take Trunks' hair, for instance. How he got his hair color wrong. Are you going to be the guy to go to Toriyama Sensei and say, hey, Sensei, you got his hair wrong? Are you going to be that guy? Imagine going to the boss and telling him he fucked up. And in Japan, they have a very strict code of honor and loyalty over there. So you're going to go and dishonor him in front of everybody by telling him he got it wrong? Or are you just going to do what the fuck he say? Let me show you what you're going to be doing. Hey, Sensei. Hey, that's what you're going to be doing. You ain't going to say shit. You going to do what he say and that's it. You don't care if it's fucked up. The reason all this shit is fucked up is because nobody ever contradicted Toriyama. Nobody ever told him he was wrong. Nobody. That's why he got so many things wrong. That's why he couldn't remember shit, because nobody had the guts to tell him, hey, you're wrong. Hey, you got this wrong. Nobody would do it. It's just that simple.
Creator Akira Toriyama. Daima unfortunately became his final work, and I think this created a scenario where a lot of us really wanted to like Daima. It feels all.
I think a lot of people pretended to like Daima because it was his final work. See, I said this too, and a lot of people got mad at me for it. I said a lot of y'all were pretending to like Daima because out of some weird fake ass online honor for Toriyama. Y'all didn't know the man. You didn't know his family. You didn't know his wife, kids. You didn't know none of the people he worked with. You didn't know shit about him. You didn't even know where he lived. You don't even know where he was buried. You don't know shit about the man. But you online crying, literal tears for a dude you don't know the first thing about. And you got mad at me because I wasn't crying. How dare you not cry for a man 4,000 miles away that you don't know? You're a bastard. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who's next? I don't care. As much as I like Bleach, I don't give a fuck about Kubo. Fuck him. Make the damn show. I'm ready for my next episode. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Robert Kirkman. Where's my next episode of Invincible? Fuck Dan Harmon. Where's the next Rick and Morty? I don't care about these fucking people. Make the shit that you're being paid to make so we can watch it. I'm tired of you motherfuckers coming online pretending y'all care about these people, when the truth is you only care about the entertainment that they're giving you. None of y'all cared about Toriyama. Stop fucking lying. Stop coming online pretending you actually gave a shit about that man. You didn't care about him. Not a single fucking one of you cared about him. So when you come to my channel and try to use his death against me, fuck him and fuck you too. Ain't no shame in mine. I ain't scared to say it because I know for a fact I didn't care about his ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the motherfucker that make One Piece, the motherfucker that make Bleach, Black Clover. Fuck your Clover. I don't care. Make the shit. Let me watch it. The end. That's what happens. I like Seinfeld. I like Sanford and Son. I like All in the Family. I don't care about the producers who made them shows. I just want to watch them. See, y'all come to my channel and get mad because I keep it real. I say real shit all the time, and y'all try to find loopholes in it. He said this about Toriyama Sensei. He's a bad person. Fuck you. You're a worse person because you're using that man's death as a shield. Fucking Eobard. You using his death as a shield. You're a worse person. I'm simply saying I don't care that he's dead because I don't. But you're running around every 5 minutes. Toriyama Sensei, we love you. We love you, Toriyama. We love you. Fuck all of y'all. Because you know you don't care about him. You never did. See, the problem that y'all have with me is that y'all are afraid to come up to my level. Y'all are afraid to talk like I talk. Y'all afraid to say the stuff that I say because you think you done made some friends online. You done joined a Discord server, or you done hopped in a comment section. You done found a few people that think like you. And you don't want to mess that up. You don't want your online friends to stop liking you. So you just go with the flow and pretend to like bullshit like this on the screen right here, when you know goddamn well you don't. Toriyama fucked up when he made this. And so many of y'all are afraid to say it. He made a huge motherfucking mistake when he made Daima. Biggest mistake he ever made. The only mistake that's even close is Dragon Ball Super. And y'all know it. So y'all can be mad at me. Y'all can try to take whatever I said and flip it around, twist it, drop it, shove it up your ass. I don't care. I'm not a chicken shit like y'all. I'm not scared to say what I want. I'm not worried about whether or not my channel's gonna suffer for being honest. I'm not scared about AdSense revenue. All that is y'all problem. That's why y'all lie to y'all subscribers. And you know who you are. Some of y'all are watching from the shadows right now. Y'all have to lie to the people that y'all fucking talk to, because y'all all chickens. All them Xenoverse guys, they all chicken shits. I got called a racist the other day for saying that the black dudes need to get the hell out of anime. You're a racist. No, I'm not. Tell me one black anime channel that's actually worth a fuck. Tell me one that's not trolling and fucking with people. Tell me one that's doing anything that matters. None of them. They all doing fuckery. But, you know, it is what it is. Be mad at me. I'm everybody's boogeyman. They all hate me. They all got something to unite against me. Guess what? To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. Remember what I told y'all about Mr. Positive? Look what happened to his channel. I meant to show y'all this. He got 385 views talking about me. 334 views talking about me. Look how many views he got now. He destroyed his channel for beef. He destroyed his own channel to try to beef. It never fails to happen. Every time they do it, they destroy. When you try to do what I do and then try to go back to what you used to do, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't do that and then try to come back and do what you do. Once you cross that line and start fucking with me, you have to keep doing it. I keep telling y'all to quit making videos about me. Every guy that done made a video about me, they shit went all the way down the next time. The next video after they talk about me, they shit disappear.
Naruto! You sausage! Why won't you come back to the village with us? What the fuck, man? I love you, sausage! Please come back with me!
Hey, man, I tried to tell this dude to leave me alone. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. Sausage.
Almost disrespectful to hate on the final work of the man who had such a widespread impact on not only manga and anime, but fiction in general. Toriyama's work means like everything to me. When I was in middle school, I didn't really have any friends. That was a pretty rough time in my life. But one thing...
Yeah, I can tell by this guy's voice he's a loser. I mean, I'm enjoying his video, but you can just hear his voice. You can tell this dude's a loser. And it's funny because guys like this are the ones that grow big channels. The guys like him that sound like they don't get pussy, they always the ones that grow the big channels.
That kept me going was the Dragon Ball.
Like, what is it about the internet where y'all don't want to follow real dudes? Y'all do not want to follow real ass dudes. It's always people like this. I just don't understand it. Hit that sub button, by the way, too, while we're talking. There's 100 people here. I know all of y'all ain't sub. Quit playing, hit that button.
Z volumes I would read in the school library. I was a pretty challenged kid, and reading it all was a bit of a struggle, but Dragon Ball was different. It was so well made, and the panels flowed so well together. Even a kid like me could understand what was going on. Dragon Ball was such a helpful escape from my struggles at school, and in many ways, it literally taught me how to read. Meanwhile, the themes of the story had a pretty strong impact on the person I would eventually become. I would always strive to be more like Goku in my life.
Everything that he just said is why I keep on saying that guys need to get out of the house. Because if you striving to be like an imaginary character, if you don't have any actual male role models in your life to teach you how to be a man, and your ultimate goal is to be like Goku, you need to go outside and touch some grass. Okay, you need to go outside. I say this as a public service announcement. There's so many of y'all who are watching me right now And you know who you are, you ones in the back that's hiding. Get off your phone, get off your computer, go outside and just literally take your hand and bend down and just put it flat against the grass. I'm telling you, you need to go outside. Y'all need to talk to girls. Y'all need to get the fuck off the internet. You have to. Because if you don't, y'all are gonna be these lonely loser ass pussies for the rest of your days. Y'all motherfuckers, I'm gonna be dead and gone. I'm gonna be dust. And y'all niggas gonna be 50, 60-year-old pussies. I'm telling you, you got to go outside, man. You got to.
I probably read Dragon Ball Z like 20 times during my time in that middle school, and many times after that as well. I told you that to really emphasize how much Akira Toriyama's work means to me. Even still, we shouldn't lie to ourselves. Just because it's Toriyama's last...
Can you donate for the song? Which song? Which one are you talking about?
work, that doesn't change the fact that Daima was an absolute mess. As a lot of you know, Akira Toriyama was struggling a lot back during the production of Dragon Ball. He very likely wanted to end the story after the 23rd tournament, then again after the Cell Saga, but they kept begging him to continue, until finally he put his foot down after the Buu Saga, finally putting Dragon Ball behind him. It seems pretty clear to me that Toriyama wanted nothing to do with Dragon Ball, as he didn't even remember what Super Saiyan 2 was by the time of Battle of Gods.
That is really bad. He didn't even remember Super Saiyan 2? Damn, I didn't even know it was that bad. Like, I knew he forgot a lot of stuff, but something as iconic and important as Super Saiyan 2, and he couldn't even remember that? That's pretty bad. They ran this man ragged. They really ran this man ragged. Like, at this point, I'm starting to feel sorry for Toriyama. He wanted to quit and they wouldn't let him.
Which is a pretty big deal, considering Super Saiyan 2 is a central plot element of one of the 3 major Z arcs. Truth is, Toriyama never wanted to write a serious drama like Dragon Ball Z. His true passion was always gag comedy.
Remember what I said earlier? That he always wanted Goku to stay as a little kid? I told y'all, he never wanted to make Dragon Ball Z. That was not even his decision to make. He was pushed into that. I told y'all, he wanted Goku to stay as a little kid, running around searching for Dragon Balls and doing the shit he was doing. He never wanted adult Goku. He never wanted Super Saiyan, none of that stuff. Toriyama is on record as saying he hated Super Saiyan because he understood the very second you introduce Super Saiyan, you introduce this power creep that never stops. Look at what happened since Super Saiyan was introduced. Look at it. Nothing but endless transformations now. Toriyama knew that. That's why he didn't want it. He understood what would happen if he introduced it. And he was right. It turned into exactly what he knew it would.
And he returned to that after Dragon Ball. To put it simply, Toriyama wasn't the same man he was when he wrote Dragon Ball Z. He had like...
Yeah, it made him a lot of money, but does it matter if you're dead? How much are you spending in the underworld? You think Hades accept yens? No, I don't think so.
Like 30 years to put Dragon Ball behind him. So when he stepped in to do a lot...
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's funny about the whole transformation thing. This is why I think the transformations they should have never happened in the first place, and why I think they're a complete waste of time. Because what is going on with Goku right now? Right now, Whis is trying to teach him how to use Ultra Instinct. Not with the gray silver hair, but just with his regular black hair. So you did all these different colors just to eventually go back to your base color. And that's your most powerful transformation. Look at what happened with Gohan. Before he got the beast form, the black-haired Gohan was the strongest version of it. The Mystic Gohan. It was stronger than Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. In its base color. He didn't need a color change. They're shifting back to what they were to begin with. That's why transformations are fucking worthless. because you're shifting them back to what they already were. It's fucking dumb. It's like, let's go through the whole spectrum of colors and now let's put them back where they started. Dumber than hell.
Of the work on Daima, he didn't actually care about writing a compelling Dragon Ball story. He just wanted to tell one of his gag comedy stories within the Dragon Ball universe. So many of Daima's issues can be explained by knowing that Toriyama didn't really care about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is full of comedy, but at no point did comedy ever take precedence over the actual narrative. That is, until Daima, where comedy is at the top of the priority list. Everything in Daima only exists as an avenue to get to the next joke. The best example of this is how the big climactic final battle was essentially meaningless. Goku didn't accomplish anything other than making Goma stronger, which is all set up for a joke, where Arinsu wonders if the spellbook might have more secrets that can help them, only for Majin Ku to get blown by the wind in the perfect position to beat Goma by hitting him with the spellbook. The entire final battle only exists as set up for a joke. At no point before did Dragon Ball ever undercut
The more I hear about this, the more I'm glad I didn't watch it. I mean, holy shit. This just looks bad. This looks so terrible. I'm so glad I never clicked on this stuff.
plot to tell a joke. Some people will say the Buu Saga was also heavily comedy focused, but nothing from the Buu Saga even comes close to Daima. Imagine if the final Spirit Bomb wasn't what killed Kid Buu, but instead, after Kid Buu blows back the Spirit Bomb, Mr. Satan comes up with his patented anti-Majin Buu spray and saves the day. That's what Daima's finale was like. But is a comedy story really that bad? Well, no, but Daima wasn't marketed like a gag comedy anime. It was presented like a serious Dragon Ball story. Part 4. The entire show was filler with no plot. Alright, time for the final nail. Dragon Ball Daima is like 90% filler. So when I say that, what do I even mean? Well,
Yeah, it sucks. That's what you mean. It sucks. Duh. We know.
generally, filler is a term used to define episodes of an anime that are entirely original to the anime, that didn't happen in the manga. Basically, the anime staff are filling in parts of the story. Generally, this happens because the anime caught up to the manga and needs to stall for time to let the manga release more content for them to adapt. Now, technically, there's no rule that says filler can't be good, but most of the time, due to the filler not being part of the original story, the filler ends up feeling like it had no importance to the main plot, ultimately feeling like a waste of time.
I've only seen a few filler episodes that turned out to be as good or better than the real episodes. Like the Zanpakuto arc in Bleach. Even though that's filler, it's a real good arc. It is real good. In Naruto Shippuden, when they go back to when Hagoromo and Hamura had to fight against their mom, that story was good. Like from beginning to end, that was good. Indira, Ashura, all that stuff was good. Like some filler is actually worth it. But most of it's not. Most of it's just garbage.
And that's how I end up feeling about 90% of Daima. So much stuff happens in Daima that goes absolutely nowhere, neither giving us any new information, nor progressing.
Oh, you talking about the Akatsuki arc? How the Akatsuki was formed? Yeah, that was a good filler arc too.
Our character's journey. Now, what actually is the plot of Daima? Well, Dr. Arinsu.
Why does this chick look like a fucking vampire? She reminds me of this character from this video game, Dark Stalkers.
Manipulates Goma into turning our gang into children. Then she sends Glorio to get them with the goal of gathering the Dragon Balls for her. They fight the Tamagami, while Arinsu creates a new Majin to fight for her. Along the way...
Well, most people would take Invincible over Dragon Ball. That's a no-brainer. Invincible is tons ahead of Dragon Ball. Okay, I mean, I would take the early episodes of Invincible over Dragon Ball. You don't even got to use the good episodes that we've been getting recently. I will go back to season 1. I'll take them episodes over Dragon Ball.
They see the cruel treatment of the Demon Realm residents, which makes them want to help remove Goma from the throne, with them eventually converging in the final battle, where Goma just gets lucky and the secrets to infinite power just happen to appear in front of him through no effort of his own. They fight for a while until Glorio obtains the Dragon Balls, but due to the bonds he's forged with the gang along the journey, he betrays Arinsu and wishes to restore our guys. Finally, despite being restored, Goma is still going to beat them. Suddenly, Majin Ku beats Goma through dumb luck, resulting in him being crowned the new Demon King. Alright, with that in mind...
Wait a minute. some of y'all actually watched this and had the nerve to come on YouTube and make videos saying it was good. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a single episode of it. But you telling me some of y'all actually came online and tried to convince other people that this shit was good? This is why I say y'all community is full of fucking liars, man. Because what I'm seeing here, there's no way in hell that you should be able to come online and try to tell somebody to watch this bullshit. Y'all are scammers, man. All of y'all.
Let's go through all the things that have nothing to do with this plot. Now, before anything else, I just want to remind you that as soon as they enter the Demon Realm, Goku should be able to teleport straight to Goma and save Dende. We see later into the show that the only thing between the realms are a lot of rock, so there's no reason Goku couldn't teleport straight to Goma. Remember, he teleported to the other side of the universe in Z, to a bunch of relatively weak guys that he's never met before. But instead of doing that, they're just dicking around, hunting for Dragon Balls for literal weeks. Dende is kidnapped, and they're just dicking around on a ship. Okay. The first thing is how we set up Bulma to work on Supreme Kai's old ship, but she ultimately just fails and gets picked up by Hydas. So Bulma trying to fix the ship literally went nowhere. Once we get into the third Demon Realm, our cast has their ship stolen, so they have to go to a convenience store. This is where our cast picks up the Medibugs, including the healing and fusion bugs. Said fusion bugs never come up again, and even the healing bugs are never really used during an.
Remember a certain person saying, I guarantee they're going to use the fusion bugs? Y'all remember that? I'm sure y'all remember that. Yeah, he said, I guarantee that they're going to do it. He flat out guaranteed it. It's the same guy that said this. I keep these on standby just in case. It's the same guy who said that Dragon Ball Super was trash when he was in Discord hiding from his fans. Yeah, he wouldn't say it out loud on his channel, but there he is in Discord saying that Dragon Ball Super was trash when nobody was looking. Yeah, this the same guy that done made all this money off Dragon Ball pretending to like it. But the truth is, he secretly thought it was garbage the whole time. I just love how y'all done let him get away with so much. Or right here, when he freely admits to milking his own fan base. I love it. And you know what gets me? His fans see this and see how he was talking about them in Discord. And instead of getting mad at him for saying it, they get mad at me for showing it. They get upset because I'm revealing what he said about them in Discord. I had one dude actually tell me, I would never go to your Discord because you're revealing people's messages. This was in the public chat. Everybody saw this. This is not a private message from him. He wrote this in the main chat. So anybody could have screenshotted this. Matter of fact, I wasn't even the one that screenshotted this. Somebody else did it and sent it to me. My point is, this is the kind of stuff he was saying in there about y'all. That's what he was saying. He called y'all ball masters and freely admitted to milking y'all. And if you look at the message, I was the one telling him to stop milking y'all. I'm the one that told him, instead of making 7 videos about one episode of Dragon Ball, he should just make one really good video. There it is right there. He would make 7 videos about one episode. He was doing it all year long. Every new episode of Dragon Ball Super, this motherfucker made 7 videos. He was killing y'all asses with them videos. And I just told him, I'm like, dude, just make one good video. And there's his answer. Nah, I gotta milk them motherfuckers. Y'all been following a scumbag for a long time. By the way, that new video that he made, The one where he used another AI thumbnail. There's the AI thumbnail that he used. Remember when he lied and said that he paid somebody to make a thumbnail and that they tricked him and used AI? Well, here he is. He got caught again. This is the thumbnail for one of his new videos. There he is using AI again. I guarantee you he gonna lie and say that somebody else made the thumbnail. I got money on it. Like, this is Las Vegas bets right here. He gonna swear up and down that he paid somebody to make this thumbnail. Now keep in mind, this is his backup channel, the one that has like 1,000 subs on it. Why would you pay somebody money to make a thumbnail for a channel that small? He don't even pay people to make thumbnails on his main channel. But you want people to believe you're paying for thumbnails for a backup channel. How many of y'all believe that? Put a 1 if you believe, and put a 2 if he needs to stop the cap. And look, we don't even care that he's using AI. We care that he keep lying about it. It's not the using of AI that's the problem. He keeps lying and saying that he's not doing it when he's clearly doing it. And I got another question. Why was this video 24 minutes long? What the fuck was in that video that needed to be 24 minutes? He said he even deleted comments that commented on the AI thumbnail. Oh, I didn't know about that. He said, I just looked at his channel. Dude has resorted to clickbait. Yeah, he's doing AI, clickbait, all that stuff. Because he's out of content. He's completely out of content. But I didn't know he was deleting comments. Oh, that's a new one. We got him on the ropes. Got him on the ropes. All that damage, and I ain't even got 3,000 subs yet. Killing him.
Actual plot relevant scene. So the Medibugs in general are complete filler and could have just not happened. Next we see the cruelty of Goma's army, which itself is plot relevant, as it establishes why our gang needs to defeat Goma. But this scene also introduces Pansy. This might be somewhat surprising to you, but Pansy is like a completely irrelevant character. If Pansy was never introduced, the main plot would be unchanged. And I'm not saying I dislike Pansy or anything, but facts are facts, and Pansy is irrelevant to the plot. Like, our gang was already going to see King Kadon before they met her, so her being his daughter also didn't matter. After that, while on the road, our ship breaks down again, so our gang discusses Supreme Kai's job. Goku goes to the bathroom, and Goma's men show up to be generally unpleasant. We just established that Goma's regime is oppressive last episode, so this entire section adds nothing to the story. Next episode, our ship gets stopped again by the army doing an inspection. This is the scene where we confirm Goku can still do instant transmission as a child, but Goku will never teleport again after this, so why did we even bother introducing it? And generally, this is now the third scene where our cast fights the Gendamari army. This scene takes up over half the episode, and the only thing of note is Pansy explaining the control collars, but even then, we already established how cruel Goma's army is. We didn't need to do it 3 times.
Yeah, you did, because that's what Toriyama wanted. From now on, that's the excuse. That's what Toriyama wanted. And that's exactly why y'all got what y'all got. It don't matter his reason. It's Toriyama and it's what he wanted. See, they sit around all day sucking Toriyama off. He's the greatest. Listen, I've listened to so many people give Toriyama credit for stuff like Bleach and Naruto and all these other shows that are better than Dragon Ball. They've given him credit for anime and manga that came before him and shit that came after him. They just, all because he died. They're giving him all, nobody gave him credit for this shit when he was still living. Show me one person that said, if it wasn't for Toriyama, you wouldn't have had Bleach when he was still living. Show me one person that's ever said that. But as soon as he dies, yeah, if it wasn't for Toriyama, you wouldn't have Ichigo. It's a bullshit lie, y'all know it. He had absolutely, positively nothing to do with Bleach. Nothing. Nothing. But y'all keep doing it. He had nothing to do with Naruto. Nothing to do with Solo Leveling, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan. And people keep giving him credit for all of those. You tell me one thing Attack on Titan has in common with Dragon Ball. The writing in Attack on Titan is too complex for Toriyama. Some of the plots and shit going on in Attack on Titan, Toriyama couldn't think that deep. His writing was never that complicated. So why y'all gonna give him credit for it? I am not kidding y'all. They are literally trying to give him credit for these anime. And it's just like, fuck that. Just because he died don't mean you get to take other people's work and give him credit for it. Imagine if that's how it was in everything. Somebody died and you got to give all your hard work to them just because they fucking died. Hell no.
This is now 2 episodes in a row where half of the episode is taken up by filler. The next episode is actually the worst one yet. After the Tamagami fight, our gang goes to an inn to rest. We spend over half an episode on these thieves stealing the Dragon Ball, only for our guys to immediately get it back. This literally contributed nothing to the story. Next is episode 10, where we get some relevant story with Majin Ku in the first 7 minutes, but then the entire remainder of the episode doesn't progress the plot at all, having our guys fight more Gendemare, a giant octopus, and then we get a lore dump about Supreme Kai's race and the creation of the universe, which is kinda cool, but none of it ties back into the main story, so it's functionally filler. Now, it actually pains me to say,
dude, he wasn't even an inspiration to those shows. No, he wasn't even an inspiration. That's bullshit. There were people that were creating manga long before Toriyama. And before Toriyama created Dragon Ball, nobody knew who the fuck he was. Okay? This idea that he was inspiring all these people is horseshit. All right? It just is. He managed to become rich and famous. That's one thing. But I'm not finna keep on saying that all these other people who created all this other stuff should give all their credit to him or the inspirational credit to him. Fuck that. He didn't inspire shit.
this, because I like him a lot.
Well, I got a question. If he inspired so many of these other shows, how come Dragon Ball's still the same and all these other shows are different and better? Answer me that, since he's such an inspiration. Why are these brand new anime so much better than his? Why are anime around the same time as his better than his if he was inspiring all these people?
But Majin Buu is kinda a completely unnecessary filler character. We spend all of this time creating him. Then, the only thing he accomplishes is beating Tamagami 1. After that, he doesn't really do anything, as his efforts against...
This dude literally said that Toriyama saw the first draft of Bleach and sent Kubo a letter of encouragement. So, because he sent him a letter saying, hey, you can do it, keep doing your best, that means he gets credit for Bleach? So let's say you're trying to do something and you fail at it. And I, MBA, write you a letter encouraging you to keep trying. And then when you succeed, I get credit for it? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what you wrote. You basically saying because Toriyama sent him a letter of encouragement that he should somehow be given credit for Bleach. Is that your statement? He was gonna quit. That still doesn't answer my question. Who made Bleach? Did Toriyama draw a single fucking frame? Did he write a single fucking story? Did he stay up with Kubo all night working on concepts and ideas? He sent him a letter saying, don't give up. Oh, so he didn't do any of those things. So I'm going to tell you something that I love telling people on my channel. Shut the fuck up. A letter of encouragement ain't the same thing as giving somebody's work to somebody else. If you do something, I don't get credit just because I encouraged you. I encourage my children all the time to keep trying, to work harder. Should I get credit for their work after they do it? Fuck is wrong with you? Who the hell thinks like that? He sent him a letter of encouragement. So how come Toriyama's name is nowhere in the credits of Bleach? If this letter of encouragement was so important, why didn't Kubo put anything in the letter or in the title or anywhere, any notes on Bleach? Why didn't he put encouragement by Akira Toriyama? Why didn't he put that in the credits of Bleach? Why didn't he put, I was about to quit and Toriyama encouraged me? Why ain't that in the credits of Bleach? All I see is Taite Kubo. I don't see shit about Toriyama in there. So shut the fuck up. Ain't no goddamn letter of encouragement. That's some bullshit. That a letter of encouragement don't mean you get credit for somebody else's work. Just because you encourage somebody don't mean you get to claim what they did. So shut the hell up. Fuck is wrong with you?
Against Goma amount to nothing. With that in mind, it would have made a lot more sense to just let Majin Ku somehow beat Tamagami 1 instead. That way, we save like half an episode of screen time that could have been spent on something that would actually matter. Like,
dude, you the one brought up the letter. You brought up the letter. I asked if Toriyama should be given credit for Kubo's work, even though he didn't do shit. And you said, well, he did give him a letter of encouragement. How does that equal credit? Dude, I don't deserve shit for what my sons do. If I encourage my son to get a better grade on his test and he goes to school and gets a better grade, he is the one who sat in class all day. He is the one who studied. He is the one who gets the credit for the grade. I'm not in fucking school. So no, I don't deserve nor should I claim credit for his accomplishment. Just telling my son, you need to do better in class, does not give me credit for his accomplishment. What in the absolute fuck is wrong with y'all? This is basic common sense here, boys and girls. You don't get credit for something that somebody else did simply because you encourage them. Fuck is wrong with y'all? This is literally the dumbest argument I've ever heard in all of space and time. If I lived to see the end of the universe, I would never hear argument this dumb ever again. Fuck is wrong with y'all? You deserve credit because you encourage somebody? Well then, let's take this to its logical conclusion. I love doing shit like this. Let's take it to its logical conclusion, boys and girls. Let's say you're walking across the Golden Gate Bridge one day, and there's some dude standing there threatening to jump off because he don't want to live anymore. It's over. And you walk over to him and you say, hey man, if I was you, I'd go ahead and do it. Do it. And then the guy jumps. The next day, the police roll up to your house. You're under arrest, sir. What did I do? Well, you encouraged that man to jump off a bridge. Therefore, we're going to charge you with his death because you encouraged him, so you're responsible. You get the credit for it because you talked him into doing it. Now, does that sound like it makes sense to anybody? Does it make sense? I'm taking their logic. Does it make sense? Based on what they saying, if you encourage somebody to jump off a bridge, then you get the credit for their death, which means your ass going to jail. Or should we just let people have credit for their own shit? Dude, listen, man, I'm about to ban you, dude, because you sound stupid. No matter what you say, you cannot give Toriyama credit for Bleach. He did nothing to influence the story being created. All he did was say, hey, you can do it. That's it, dude. You about to get banned because now I think you trolling. You ain't this stupid. I know you ain't this stupid. You know damn well encouraging somebody to do something don't give you credit for what they accomplished. Yeah, ban him. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm not doing this. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, but that's fucking stupid. This is why everybody fucking hates Dragon Ball fans. This is why we fucking hate you motherfuckers. I'm serious. This is why we hate y'all. Because goddamn, man, who in a fucking right mind is this goddamn stupid? I mean, I motherfucking hate y'all. God fucking damn it, y'all are fucking stupid. You encourage somebody so you should get credit for something that they created because you gave them some encouragement. You pat them on the back so you should get credit. Shut the fuck up. Don't ever come back to my channel. Shut the fuck up. Stay the fuck away from here. So sick and goddamn tired of you motherfuckers. God, I can't stand you stupid fucking bastards. The Dragon Ball community should be dead. All of y'all should be absolutely dead. I fucking hate y'all so much. I do. I wish there was a virus that only killed y'all, that left every fucking body else and just killed all of you motherfuckers. God, that just pissed me off. It take a lot to make me mad, but that shit just pissed me the fuck off. Wow. You that fucking goddamn stupid. I gave this guy some encouragement so I should get credit for his work. Fucking stupid. Damn, I hate these dudes. Let me get this stream over with before I blow up my damn man cave.
Maybe we could have followed Goma obtaining the third evil eye, as our villain desperately needed more.
Guys, ban anybody to say anything stupid. I can't take it no more. I don't care what it is. If it's stupid, just get rid of them. I can't do it no more, man.
Development, and him actually earning his power instead of it just falling into his lap would have been nice. Next is an entire filler episode that has no relevance whatsoever. Our ship breaks down for like the 5th time on planet Mega, but let me remind you, this is the second demon round. There isn't even weird gas in the air restricting them. There's no reason we couldn't leave the ship behind here. We then spend the entire episode dealing with giant shenanigans, none of which have any relevance going forward. If you just skipped this episode, you wouldn't even realize you missed one. In the next episode, we get introduced to the most unnecessary characters in the entire show. A literal cheap Ginyu Force ripoff in the Gendamere Force. These guys literally only exist to pad out runtime. They don't accomplish anything. Like, literally anything. The entire point is that they're a joke. Next up is the worst episode in the—
Imagine watching this bullshit and actually trying to convince people it's good. I mean, everything I'm seeing, this is some of the worst. Something told me I should have just stuck to doing 2 streams today. I hate y'all community so much. I do. It's went beyond hate. I absolutely just despise y'all, man. Cause y'all are the dumbest group of fucking losers anyone has ever seen ever. Y'all like to sit back and talk about everybody else, call everybody else this and that. But y'all are the biggest group of dumb loser ass virgins that I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen such a stupid loser ass group of people before. I really haven't. Like, just some of the stuff y'all say is on a level of dumb assery to a point that I've never ever thought was even possible. I'm literally losing my voice just being so angry at how fucking stupid y'all are. Y'all say the dumbest shit and y'all will stand on it and you'll never change your mind. This dude literally for 30 minutes trying to argue with me that encouraging somebody to do something means you should get credit for their work. Do you guys understand how dumb that is? Do you have any clue how stupid you have to be to stand on that point and refuse to change your mind? I refuse to change my mind. If I pat you on the back, I deserve credit for your... Do you understand how unfathomably stupid that is? There is no level of stupidity below that. That's rock bottom stupidity. And this is the Dragon Ball community. YouTube, please get rid of them. Petition needs to be made to YouTube. Please get rid of the Dragon Ball community. If I have to get off of YouTube too to make it happen, if they say we'll get rid of all of them, but you gotta go too, I will gladly go. If I could log onto YouTube and there is no Dragon Ball community, giving up my channel would be a small price to pay. If they just completely banned all of them right now, I would gladly go back to Rumble in a heartbeat. It wouldn't even be a question. I would go back to Rumble gladly. If I knew that every single Dragon Ball channel was banned, I would gladly do it, because they don't deserve a voice. They don't deserve to be on here. They don't deserve anything except nothing but pure, utter hate and disgust from all of us. Every one of y'all watching me should hate these people with every fiber of your being. They are literally the most absurdly stupid, disgusting group of fucking loser assholes that I've ever seen. I just want one of you to please meet me in public and give me time to set up my camera so I can beat the absolute holy dog shit out of you. Just one of you. I will gladly go to jail for assault. I will gladly do it. I would give my wallet to my kids and tell them who to call to get me out of jail. But I would absolutely beat you into fucking ground beef. That's how much I can't stand you motherfuckers. I absolutely can't. I mean, goddamn. Matter of fact, I ain't doing no more Dragon Ball content next few days. I'm gonna do some other shit on my other channels. This shit just pissed me off. This shit literally just pissed me off. I'm sorry, man. It's been a while since I got this mad. These dudes are so dumb that I cannot believe it. I cannot believe they this stupid. I can't. I just cannot believe it. There's no way you can convince me that a group of people is this dumb. I'm speechless. They are really this stupid. They really truly are this dumb.
The series. The army episode. There's a bit in the middle of this episode where they set up the third evil eye, but outside of that, we spent an entire episode fighting an army of fodder. This episode is an absolute...
I think the next piece of content I do on this channel is definitely gonna be some branch content into something else. You know, I've tried once before to expand this channel into different stuff, but I think I'm gonna definitely do that. After this exchange, I'm gonna branch into other stuff, yeah. I mean, I got other channels, but I'm gonna diversify this channel because that just pissed me off. I'm sorry, but that made me mad as hell. It really pissed me off. Like, no one is that dumb. No one. You have to be a fucking 5-year-old to be that ignorant.
Power scale.
If you listen, if you look, act, and sound like a kid, you're banned. If you write stuff that only little kids will write, you're banned. If you say dumb shit on my channel, you're banned. I don't care anymore. I can't do it, people. If y'all want me to keep creating content, then these people can't be here. They can't. Mods, go fucking crazy. These people gotta go. They gotta go, man. Because I can't keep coming on here fucking with this, having to deal with these kinds of assholes. I can deal with being called names. I can deal with people harassing me. I can't deal with the lying and the stupidity. Those are two things at the top of my list. I can't deal with them, man. I can't.
Nightmare. But on the most basic level, it's ridiculous that our guys are struggling for the entire episode, but refuse to turn Super Saiyan. All because the writers wanted a big moment at the end where King Kadon and his men show up to save them. So like, A lot of this is technically plot relevant, so it's not filler. But I can't get over how long Goku and Vegeta just let themselves be bodied by an army while refusing to go Super Saiyan. It just doesn't make any logical sense. In the next episode, we deal with the filler, the Gendemare Force. Then the rest of the episode is spent dealing with the absolute joke of a character that was Degesu. Bro, what does Degesu even do in this story? Absolutely nothing. Bro could just be removed and the plot wouldn't change. Bro is another completely unnecessary, irrelevant character. Why are we spending an entire episode on this guy? He's essentially just Goma's glorified butler. And finally, we have arrived at the ending. And this is the most frustrating part of Daima. So, many people are like, it's okay bro, the ending was good. No, it was not! Daima's ending is a complete waste of time.
Daima's ending was nostalgia bait. They gave you Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 because the shit was boring trash. They knew it was boring trash. So they threw those transformations in at the end to try to spice it up, but it didn't help. It was still garbage.
Think back to my plot description of Daima. Did you notice something? Yeah, that's right. The only relevant part of the final battle was Goma beating up our guys and Majin Ku beating Goma due to a stroke of luck. Every second of fighting in this final battle is entirely filler. None of it matters. The only thing we accomplish here is making Goma stronger. Neither Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta nor Super Saiyan 4 Goku had any impact on beating Goma whatsoever. Toriyama clearly didn't want to write any kind of serious narrative in Daima, so the staff at Toei just added a bunch of action shots during the final battle, but the entire fight can be boiled down to, and then they fight for a while. Then the actual plot resumes. But said fighting literally doesn't matter. But Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku were so cool. Your goats accomplish nothing! Goma bodies them! The end! They lose the fight, only for Ku to beat Goma due to complete luck. The third evil eye is literally the dumbest plot device in the Dragon Ball universe. Nothing from even evolution makes me groan as hard as thinking about the third evil eye. Goma's entire existence in this final battle is just to be a big punching bag so Goku—
Dude, listen. I have literally encouraged people to do all kinds of stuff. I've encouraged some of my followers to get jobs. There's one guy I encouraged him to get his real estate license. He got his license, started selling houses. Should I get part of the profits? All I did was encourage the dude to get his license, do something with his life. So should I get a portion of his pay when he sells a house? I've encouraged people to make YouTube channels. Should I get some of the AdSense revenue because I said, hey, go ahead, you can do it? By the logic of these idiots, I should be compensated for encouraging them. I should be giving credit. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter how much encouragement you give. The person still has to pull the trigger. They still have to do it. They have to accomplish it themselves. Period. Doesn't matter how much encouragement you give them. People are, I'm telling y'all, this shit got my head hurting.
and Vegeta can aura farm cool looking attacks so that they can be used in video games. But he has the third evil eye, so none of said cool attacks do literally anything. People will act like GT's Super 17 arc was trash because Goku stupidly powered up Super 17 for an episode. And I'm not here to defend that, but our entire cast beating on Goma for 4 episodes while the third evil eye continues to power him up is like infinitely worse. At no point does anyone even consider, maybe—
Dude, he said you should get a thank you at least. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. No one in history encourages someone so they can get a thank you. So no, I shouldn't be given a thank you for encouraging somebody to do something that they were already doing. Listen, you're missing the point. The person who does the encouragement is owed nothing. Encouragement is given freely to inspire someone to do what they were already doing. If you're trying to play basketball and I encourage you to go out there and shoot free throws and you start making more free throws than you miss, I'm not owed anything. If I inspire you to go out there and throw a football and then you end up getting a scholarship, I'm not owed a thank you. Now you can thank me if you want to, Or you can say, hey, this guy encouraged me to get this far, but I'm not owed any of your success. Nothing that you accomplish is owed to me. That's the point I'm trying to make. That I don't understand how this is an argument. Encouraging someone does not entitle you to their success. It doesn't entitle you. So Toriyama sending a letter to Kubo, he didn't even do it in person. Sending him a letter saying, I believe in you. That is the reason why y'all think he should get credit for Bleach? Hey man, I believe in you. Bleach ends up being bigger than Dragon Ball. Oh, by the way, remember when I believed in you? Yeah, I need my check. That's it, fuck it. We're gonna turn this into a business. I believed in you, man, back about 10 years ago. Yeah, after taxes and interest, yeah, I'm gonna need my check because I believed in you. I'm gonna need that paper, dog. I believed in you when nobody else did. I'm gonna need that money. Imagine if the world ran that way. Just stop everything you're doing and imagine if that's how the world actually ran. Hit the like button, people. Just think about it. Just think how crazy this world would be. You gotta pay somebody because they gave you some encouragement. Fuck out of here. Lil Zero said, I believed in your content, NBA. Can I get some AdSense revenue? I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. See? Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. We almost there. I heard some crazy shit in my time, boy.
We should try and destroy the third evil eye on his head. It's clearly where his power is coming from. But no one even thinks about attacking the eye. But I feel like I never see anyone ever complain about this. But my good animation though. It's so ridiculous that people act like Daima is a good show solely because it has some good animation. Flashy animation with no plot should not be regarded this highly. Daima is like of equal writing quality to Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh, but at least the action.
That reminds me too. I've been meaning to say this. It's been a bunch of y'all, and I don't know why y'all are doing this, but it's been a bunch of y'all, whenever you get banned on my YouTube channel, y'all go and sub to my Rumble account. I've noticed that. Now, after that guy got banned, I started getting notifications on Rumble. What exactly is that gonna do? I'm not even using my Rumble account. Now I'm gonna use it tomorrow because I gotta film some stuff for my website and I'm gonna be using the premium feature there to film some website stuff. But that's about it. I'm really not even using Rumble. But you get banned here and you go. Have you ever had a migraine headache? I got one.
Heroes actually contributed to the plot. A truly excellent story never wastes time with meaningless.
No, I know that. I know you one of them, but it's another guy too. Yeah, I know you're the KZ guy. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this other guy, the one that got banned. Yeah, I'm not. I know your name on here. I've seen it before. I'm talking about this other dude. Actually, I got 5 of them total. Yeah, I don't even care about Rumble like that. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna use Rumble. That's why I signed back up for the partner program thing over there. But Rumble is just fucked, man. It really fucked. Like I did one stream on there. And it reminded me of how bad it is to stream on Rumble. It's really bad. So yeah, that's why I ain't been back.
Fluff. You'd be hard pressed to find anything from original Dragon Ball that happened for no reason, not tying back into the story somehow.
I mean, I'm probably gonna post content over there, you know, stuff that I've already put on YouTube. But as far as streaming on Rumble, I'm not doing it. Their streaming network is just too terrible, man. Twitch and YouTube shit is better, so that's why I'm using. Like, I'm live on Twitch right now too.
But with Daima, they're everywhere. Genuinely, I don't understand how it got this bad. Now, some might say I'm being a bit harsh here. Not every little thing needs to be plot relevant. Well, maybe you would have an argument, but there are several things in Daima that very clearly needed more screen time and just didn't get it. We're out here wasting time on a giant world filler episode when we haven't even established Glorio's backstory. Bro's backstory is like central to the plot, and we didn't even see it. There is no weight behind him betraying Arinsu, because we have no idea what she even did for him in the first place. Additionally, Glorio really needed more screen time to bond with Goku in general. There's this joke where Goku can't remember Glorio's name, and I don't know if it's just me, but this joke kind of belittles Glorio's entire emotional arc. Bro is betraying his master for this orange kid who can't even be bothered to remember his name. Once again, Daima undercuts the serious plot for a joke. Additionally, we could have spent literally any time at all setting up Super Saiyan 4, either by foreshadowing it, or by somehow tying Goku's transformation into the narrative. But no, it just comes out of nowhere. Maybe Goma could have somehow went out and found a third evil eye, instead of it just falling into his lap. Or maybe Degesu could have literally done anything. Now, full disclosure, I do think I have some idea of why Daima is the way it is. There's generally two kind of TV series, those being episodic shows and long-form series. Ultimately, I don't think Toriyama wanted to write a proper Dragon Ball story. No, what Toriyama really wanted to do was write an episodic comedy, but the producers wanted a Dragon Ball story, so they disguised Toriyama's episodic comedy as a serious Dragon Ball story.
No, Toriyama wanted to fuck over the fan base one last time before he died. Why we gotta keep giving cover to this old man? The fact of the matter is, Toriyama didn't want to do Dragon Ball anymore, and he was on his way out. He knew he was dying, so he said, fuck y'all. And I'm right there with him. Fuck y'all. I agree with the man. That's all the Dragon Ball community deserves. A gigantic fuck you. That's real talk. They don't deserve nothing else. Their community ain't worth a flying fuck if you ask me. After that idiot that I kicked up out of here, man, look, my head hurting. Fuck that. My motherfucking head hurt. That honestly, truly pissed me off. I am not going to be in a hurry to get back on this computer tomorrow. I'm not. After that, I'm most definitely going to be like taking my time to, like, whatever content I do is probably going to be on one of my other channels because I'm trying to build them up anyway. So I'll probably be doing something else. This Dragon Ball stuff is just ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. Why would I talk about Sony removing discs? I don't really give a shit about video game stuff. I haven't turned my PlayStation on in I don't know how long, so I don't really care. There's enough people talking about that. I don't care about Sony. They'll change their mind before it's too late, so it don't matter. These companies always do dumb shit like this. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to feel the backlash and they're going to change their mind and they're going to fucking start making this again. So I don't know why everybody's so concerned. Look, y'all are the reason this happened. All this digital downloading, everybody buying digital games, and now y'all want to cry about physical copies. No, y'all the ones caused it. You should have kept buying discs instead of fucking downloading. So blame yourself. Applause, Sony. Fuck them. They still gonna play. Sony ain't stupid. They know y'all still gonna fucking play, so they don't give a shit. Sony is smart. They just like Dragon Ball. They know that they got y'all. They know they got y'all hooked. They know y'all gonna buy the shit. So just shut up. That would be my slogan if I was Sony. Shut up and play. When the new PlayStation 6 come out, when you know how they have them different slogans? Well, the new slogan for PlayStation 6 should be shut up and play. They need to hire me as the PR person. Oh my God, that'll be hilarious. Sir, what should the slogan be for this console? Shut up and play. That shit will sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you that shit will sell. They will still buy it. Shut up and play. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit. Motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, man. I will flat out say this and shut up and play. Hey, who the fuck trying to argue with these niggas? Sony don't care. And I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even blame them. Hey, chill out, Fairy Tail. They cool for now. Dude, look, I don't even play video games that much anymore, so I don't care. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I truly am in the don't care category. Like, I don't even play my console enough to care anymore. It'd be different if I was like still on it all the time. I play my PlayStation like once a month now. So I don't really care. Like, I think it's messed up. They keep putting out all these consoles, but they ain't making any fucking games. So it's like, who cares at this point? There ain't nothing to play on them anyway. It would be nice. It really would be nice if they actually made some games. You know, that's my thing. It's like, we keep on getting all this other fucking bullshit. They keep making all these high-powered consoles, but there ain't nothing to play on them. Yeah, there ain't nothing to play on them, so fuck it. And I honestly believe that's the reason why I haven't been playing mine, because all my games that I play on there, I kind of done beat. You know how you have games where you're not 100%, but you're like 80, 90% through the game and it just done got boring? Like Power World. Like, I'm at the end of Power World. Like, I done caught all the monsters. I done built the base. I done unlocked all the technology. The game ain't fun no more. So I just stopped fucking playing it. It's that simple. So that's how I am with video games right now. I truly don't give a shit. Man, I'm gonna contact Sony for real though. Guys, I got a new slogan for y'all. Shut up and play. I think that shit'll get over, man, for real. Shut up and play. I just think it's too much bitching going on, man. People crying about shit. Yeah, it just, to me, it ain't that big of a deal. It's just video games. It ain't no big deal. Like, cry me a fucking river. I'm sitting there ordering my dinner while I'm talking to y'all. I'm finna get ready to eat. Fuck that shit. Man, when did burritos start costing that much? That's some bullshit. The hell? He's at Taco Bell again. Yeah, because it's right there. It's like literally right around the corner. Well, look, it's just like I saw the other day, somebody was complaining about GTA 6. Like the size of the game, like how much space it's going to use up in their PlayStation in order to upload the game. And I was just like, shut up and play. You know you're going to buy it. You know you're going to play it. So just shut up. You know, it's the same thing with anime. Or shut up. You're going to look at it. So shut up. Well, this dude was like, oh, I'm going to have to remove all these games. And so fucking do it or be quiet. Like, I know if I get that game, I'm going to have to probably remove 4 or 5 games. I'm going to have to uninstall like 4 or 5 games. Well, I don't play GTA, so I don't give a shit. There you go. She said fake news again. Man, look, fake news ain't going nowhere. Donald Trump created something when he started using that phrase. Fake news. Fake news. Ever since he started that shit, been a runaway train. Who are my top 3 GTA characters? None of them. Dude, I don't play GTA. I don't play it. Like, I'm glad that y'all are getting a new game, but I was more excited for Red Dead Redemption than I was for GTA. Now, if they come out and say we're making another Red Dead Redemption, I'll get excited for that. You make Red Dead Redemption 3, I'm there. And I honestly think they could do it. I think they could make Red Dead Redemption 3. I think like it could be set in like the final days of the outlaw, because that's basically what Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Red Dead Redemption 2 is set in that time period where outlaws and cowboys were kind of disappearing, and everything was getting more civilized. You can pick the game up from there, like the end of an era kind of thing. That shit'll be amazing, man. But they never give the people what they want. We always get dumb fuckery, so I'm used to it at this point. How long is the story mode gameplay? Long as hell? Dude, Red Dead Redemption 2 is long as hell. It is so much fun too. It's one of the best games ever made. To this day, it's still in the top 10 of video games. Easily in the top 10. Hell, it might be in the top 5. Dude, just the opening epilogue of the game, the snow level when you first start the game, just that right there alone makes the game worth it. That shit makes it worth just that. Oh, I love Mass Effect. Mass Effect is my shit. I love Mass Effect. Shepard is the man, boy. I don't care what nobody say. I just don't know how they're gonna bring, like they claim they're making a new Mass Effect, but I don't know how you bring Shepard back. He done died too many times, man. Like, I know they got a lot of technology in Mass Effect, because in Mass Effect 2, they brought Shepard back from the dead. Like, he was dead, and they restored his body. I don't know if you can do that again. Like, really? I mean, yes, Shepard is an awesome character, but you can't keep bringing him up. Like, he's Lazarus at this point. You can't keep bringing this man back from the dead. Now, Final Fantasy games, the older ones are long, the newer ones aren't. Like the old school Final Fantasy from PlayStation, the original PlayStation, those are long. But the new ones, they done shortened the games. Yeah, I got Final Fantasy VII right there, the original one. That one was long, but the new version, not so much. Dude, gaming is over. I'm just gonna keep it real. When I found out the other day that the new Xbox, the low price is starting at $800. The high price is almost $1,500. But the CEO said that the new Xbox will probably be about $1,200 for a game console. I mean, I get it. It's a hybrid. It's like half PC, half game console, but $1,200, man. Like, that's stupid expensive for a game, man. Yeah, that is stupid expensive. I mean, I think 1,000 should be the cap. If a console is 1,000, I think that's the final fucking evolution. You shouldn't go past $1,000 for a console, man. They don't take into account how much money it takes to keep a console. Controllers fucking break. Wires fucking start acting up. Plugins. Like, you gotta replace shit all the time. This controller right here, this Xbox Elite controller, $200 fucking dollars. This fucking Nikon controller, like $180, $200, somewhere in there. Because it's a PC controller and an Xbox controller. It does both. But this fucking thing expensive as hell. And it's like, this shit is expensive. You can't just play. The shit costs. They don't take that into account. They just keep putting out consoles. You put out a $1,200 console, that means you're gonna have a $300 controller. Fuck that shit, man. Yeah, well, you can only get so much out of a console too. Consoles will never be able to go where PCs can go. A console is always gonna have limits compared to a PC. So that's why a lot of people are starting to just jump to PC gaming, because it's really what's gonna happen anyway. You're gonna have no choice. Because everybody's trying to spend all that money. Yep, online subscriptions. Yeah, you don't just buy a console. You gotta buy the like Xbox Plus or whatever the fuck it's called, PlayStation Plus. It's bullshit. Like, it's a never-ending bullshit game, man. I remember the good old days where you put a disc in and play it. Now you gotta have a subscription. You gotta have a monthly subscription. You gotta have gold and platinum and all this bullshit. You can't just put your game in and play it no more. They done fucked gaming up, man. I miss the good old days. Put in the disc, close the lid, hit the power button. That's it. That's all you had to do. Now you can't even play a game without an internet connection. Shit is stupid as hell. The other day, Xbox was down. All their services were down. I couldn't even play my game. All the Xbox services were down. Couldn't even launch my game. Couldn't even sign into my gamer tag. And I was just like, this is the future of gaming. PlayStation went down last week. Couldn't nobody sign into their shit. That's the future of gaming. All you douchebags buying the digital downloads, y'all caused this. If you would have kept going to GameStop buying discs, this wouldn't happen. And now GameStop finna go out of business. Because if Sony stops doing discs, eventually Xbox is gonna stop too. And then GameStop ain't gonna have a reason to exist anymore, except for old used games. Yeah, gaming's about to suck in the next couple of years. Hey, it's the future of gaming. This is what y'all wanted, right? The future. He said Blockbuster. Yep. Blockbuster turned out to be some busters. That's why they don't exist anymore. Hang on, y'all. I got Final Fantasy Tactics on the original PlayStation and on my PS5. He said introducing Playbuster. I'm just sitting on here until my food is ready, dude. I'm waiting on these motherfuckers to tell me to come get it. After that, I'm gonna go get my food. I'm gonna lock up my house. I'm gonna sit down and watch me something on TV while I eat. And then I'm gonna get up tomorrow and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with my day. Man, I honestly don't see any games that I really want. I stopped buying Madden football because it sucks. Like, it's just the same bullshit game. I don't really play GTA. I mean, there really ain't nothing coming out that I really want to buy. So this is gonna be a pretty bad gaming season for me, because I don't really want none of this stuff that's coming out. I mean, I saw where they're gonna remake Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like, that's the best Assassin's Creed out of all of them. But I can play that right now. I don't need that. So I'm good. Yeah, every year Madden is the same thing. They don't even try to make it better. I quit buying it because I just got tired of throwing my money at it. Like, what's the point of buying a game and then hoping it gets better? And it never actually gets better. So I'm not doing that no more. I'm gonna quit buying it until they actually make the game good again. And if they don't, then I'll never buy it again. Yeah, I'm tired of them. I'm just tired of buying the same slop over and over. I think we as consumers need to be smarter with our money. We need to stop buying games because of the name. Like, you know how many people go out and buy Call of Duty just because it's Call of Duty? And then when they get the game home and they find out the game sucks, they get upset. But you only bought it because of the name. You didn't do any check to see if it was good or not. You just bought it. We need to stop doing that, all of us. Because look how much money's being wasted on these games just because we're buying the name and we're not buying a good game. So I quit falling for that trap. Now, if a game is not, if it don't have good reviews, if there's not footage online of people playing it where I can see it, I'm not finna just go out and buy a game because it's named after something I like. That's just a waste of cash. That's a good thing to do, putting the money in stocks. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I mean, you gambling with it either way if you buy one of these shitty video games. I feel like game companies too, they literally don't respect us at all. They do not respect us at all. Because if they had any respect for us as consumers, some of the shit they be selling us, they just wouldn't do it. But we got all the power. That's the thing I be telling people. We got all the power. If we stop buying a certain thing, they will fix it. If they put out a shitty game and nobody buys it, they'll make that shit better, because all that revenue that they lost, they want to get that back as bad as they can. So they will make the corrections to make sure that they get their money. I'm telling you, it's just like a bad car. If a company makes a bad car and that car is just sitting on the lot, nobody's buying it, they'll stop making that shit or they'll make it better. That's what has to be done. We as consumers need to use our power and stop buying shitty stuff and start making these companies do better. And until we do that, we're gonna always have problems. We're gonna always have problems. I'm keeping my money. I am not throwing my money at shitty stuff. Yep, animation. Yeah, everything. We are the consumers, guys. We the ones who spend the money. Okay, so we have power. Y'all remember when people were boycotting Target and Target revenue fell? Their stock market revenue fell because people were boycotting and quit spending money there. Companies will go out of fucking business if you do shit like that. Yeah, you like, we have all the power. We're just not using it because people get so desperate and they see some shit and they just run out and get it. You know what should happen when this new Dragon Ball airs, even though it's not new? People shouldn't watch it because you done already seen Beerus. People should be like, nope, I done seen it, not watching it. You know what'll happen? They'll skip on to the shit you haven't watched. Guys, programming note, we're just gonna skip Beerus and Champa and Frieza, and we're just gonna jump right to Galactic Patrol. That's what'll happen if people boycott that shit. They'll skip right to what you actually want to watch. But they ain't gonna do it. You fanboys, Frieza. They gonna have to get their Frieza on. Look, I'm gonna roast it, but that's about it. I'm gonna roast the hell out of it and keep it moving. I don't care anymore. I'm done worrying about it. I know it's gonna be horrible because the first time around it was horrible. So that's all I need to know. It was bad the first time. It's gonna be bad again, but this time it's gonna be bad with new paint. Yeah, it's gonna be bad with new paint on it. That's all it's gonna be. People been asking me to do a content on this Glob 2, I guess is how you say his name. That nerdy white dude that sucks off Xenoverse. Yeah. Then I got a video about black people wanting more representation in anime. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun ripping that one apart. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow. Damn it. I'm supposed to be roasting that Eobard video with the bad AI thumbnail. I'm supposed to be roasting that one tomorrow. So I might do that later tomorrow. It just depends on how I feel when I wake up tomorrow. Because ain't tomorrow Saturday? Yeah. Yeah, it's my last off day, so I'm going to enjoy it. He said, all right, I'm going to bed. Good night. All right, man, catch up with you. Why do you call him Eobard? All right, let me see if I can explain this. All right. One day he was live streaming. And you know how he uses that blurry thing to blur his background? Well, Zero said that it looked like the Speed Force from the Flash TV show. And instead of calling him the Flash, we started calling him Eobard, which is the reverse Flash. And it's all because he has that blurry shit in his background. That's when we started calling him Eobard. Now, before that, we were calling him Bane 101 because his room was all dark and shit. So we was roasting him for that. And then he turned the lights on and blurred everything because he kept on adjusting his stream based on the shit we were saying. It was funny as hell. Like, we roasted the shit out of it. He would change it. Then we would roast him again. He would change it again. It was so damn funny, man. But yeah, that's how he got the name Eobard. And look, I do it simply because, see, he won't say my name. He'll talk shit about me, but he won't say MBA or Mad Black Entertainment or Mad Black Atheist. He'll just make little vague references to me. So I decided, since he ain't got enough respect to say my name, when I talk about him, I won't say his. Now, sometimes I do just to make my point, but like if I put his name in the title of a video, that's just to get clicks. But the fact of the matter is, I call him Eobard out of disrespect. I do it because if you're gonna talk shit about me, at least be man enough to say my name. Let everybody know who you talking about. But he too much of a coward, so he won't do that. So I call him Eobard. And it's funny because if you look up Eobard 101, he pops up. Like, it's connected to him now. He can't erase it. Oh, they already doing that. Didn't you see the gameplay footage of Xenoverse 3? When they doing the credits, Akira Toriyama's name pops up. Didn't you notice that? They already doing that. They already using his name to sell that shitty game. Yeah, in the video, Akira Toriyama's name pops up first in big ass letters. That's the first thing you see. Oh yeah, they already doing that. They already using his death to sell that game. It's disgusting, man. Disgusting. Yeah, listen, go watch the trailer video for the game. And you'll see it when they played it, when they start the game, the trailer, it pops up in the very beginning, Akira Toriyama in big letters. Yeah, they already doing that. They milking that dude's name. Toriyama ain't got shit to do with Bandai. He ain't got shit to do with that video game. And they still put his name on it. Because they know and understand these fanboys are going to buy it. Because his name is on it. That Eobard is a Fanoik. Yeah, he is. And look, people ask me, why do I call people Fanoiks? Because you can't use the other F word on YouTube. And since the algorithm doesn't know what a Fanoik is, but we know what it is, it's an easy way of getting around that. That's why I call people Fanoiks. No, it's almost ready, actually. They just sent me a thing saying it's almost done. And it ain't no damn pizza. I don't know if you can see it. Nope, it ain't gonna let you see it. Yeah, it's a grilled cheese burrito and some nacho fries and a Pepsi. All that time for one slice. Y'all better quit. You and Elite better cut it out. After I eat this, I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow, I'll figure out what I'm going to do next. know what? I didn't even check to see what happened with them other streams I did. I know one of them didn't get that many views because I ain't been on that channel in a long time. But now that I'm back on there, it'll start building up. Yeah, it did about what I figured it would do. Man, that Asmongold stream, man, I did not know dude was living that like that, man. Like, that's real nasty. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that stream had my skin crawling. It was nasty. I did not know he was living like that. That was gross. Like, cockroaches in your refrigerator and shit. Ugh. I couldn't go in a house that nasty. You couldn't pay me enough to go in a house that nasty. Yeah, it's on my other channels. I finally just decided to put in some work on my other channels. Also, I've been streaming on Twitch all day too. This is my third Twitch stream. I'm just doing all of my shit dual stream on Twitch. So it don't matter which channel I'm on. It's gonna go to Twitch no matter what. So it's just easier that way. And I just got all of them listed as Mad Black Entertainment Live. It's just the easiest way to do Twitch. Now, there are going to be some days where I'm on Twitch and not on YouTube. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. But for right now, I'm just dual streaming. That way I can build up both of them at the same time. Dude, he ain't pay that girl money. She with Asmongold because she using him to get access to his followers. Look, she's an OnlyFans girl. She can't make money if she don't get people to sub. So he has millions of followers. And now that she dating him, she has access to those followers. And she gonna start getting those guys to come to her OnlyFans. Trust me on it. Look, this is the same thing that happened to Neon. Remember that girl, what she did to him? He had all them followers, all that clout. She got with him, used him to get his followers, used him to get clout, and then broke up with him. This girl gonna do the same thing. After she get what she need from Asmongold, she gonna be done with him. Hey, it's the law of the jungle, man. It's the internet. It's the way it goes. I don't even care. I'll never fall for no dumb shit like that. If you look like Asmongold and then suddenly a beautiful Asian girl wants to be your girlfriend, if you ain't smart enough to see that something's up, there's something wrong with your ass. If you can't see through that, it's something wrong with you. Yeah, I can see that a mile away that girl using him. But hey, it's his life. Anyways, I'm gonna get up and go get my food, guys, so I can park this truck for the night. I'll probably drop some videos early in the morning. I gotta drop my video on my website. I gotta do the bleach reaction. So that'll be the first thing I take care of. I'm gonna do the bleach reaction for my website, and then after that, I'll do some YouTube stuff. So if y'all been waiting on new content on the website, the first new episode in a long time is gonna be up tomorrow. And I'm gonna get up off here, guys, because I need to go get my food, and then I want to eat and go to sleep. So, and maybe I can give my voice a little bit of time to heal up. Yelling at that dude really pissed me off and ruined my voice. So, appreciate it, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow sometime.